I just sold these adorable vintage Disney mugs on eBay for $50, and I found these at the bins. And today I am going to show you how to pack up fragile items to ship. The supplies I'm using today are pretty simple. Obviously, I need a box. I'm also using reused packing supplies like paper and bubble wrap. I'll also be using a few poly bags to keep the item protected, and of course, tape to seal everything up. Now I'm moving on to packing up the items. First, I'm going to clean the mugs by wiping them down. They were sitting on a shelf, so they collected a little bit of dust while they were waiting to sell. These took 91 days to sell, which honestly isn't too bad. Then I'm going to wrap each mug individually with brown packing paper and place them inside of a poly bag. After that, I'm adding some bubble wrap to the bottom of the box, then placing the mugs on top. With break holes, it's super important to make sure all sides are padded and that nothing is moving around in the box. You'll see I do end up switching boxes because I didn't feel comfortable with how little padding I had on top. I would always rather switch to a slightly bigger box and add more padding than risk something arriving broken. It takes an extra minute, but it's totally worth it. Once I switched to a better box, I added the rest of the packing materials, taped it up, slapped a label on it, and it was ready to go. Alright, I got it all packed up and ready to be dropped off to the post office. I did have to find a bigger box. I'm running extremely low on boxes. I don't buy boxes. I just get boxes from other people, from like Amazon purchases, family members, all that stuff. And all the packing supplies that I get comes from my husband's work, and I'm actually running low on those too. I had to get a bigger box because I've had things break in the past. If I didn't have cushion on the bottom and the top and the sides, instead of just like sealing it on the top with hardly any cushion, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I had to get a bigger box, and yes, that's going to cost more to ship, especially on eBay. It's unfortunate that it sold on eBay because it did. Someone from California bought it, of course, and I live in Michigan, and shipping things to California is way more expensive, and since I got a bigger box, it's going to cost more. But I was pleasantly surprised that it was only going to cost $13.81. I did have to end up paying $4 and some change to make up for what they didn't pay. And I only charged $9 on shipping on these items. Thankfully, it was a bins find, and I didn't put too much money into the items. I think it was $6. I roughly pay about $2 per item when I go shopping at the bins. So, and they sold for $50. Let's see how much I made on that. Okay, so the order total was $52.64. Tax collected from the buyer, $3.65. Transaction fees is $7.09. My shipping label was $13.81. And my ad general fee was $2.11. So after fees and all of that, my total earnings was $25.98. So minus $6 from that, I roughly made $19 off of this sale, which is still good in my opinion. And I guess it sold via promoted listings, and it sold with an extra 20% off coupon. So I think that's why the transaction fees was so high. But you know what? I'm happy it's gone, and I still made a profit. Let me know in the comments down below if you sell these types of items, and rate my packaging. How was my packaging for this item? I feel like it was probably overkill, but I am totally fine with that. I'd rather the item get there safely. So, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.